My name is Burgundy, and today I want to talk to you about the most disgusting thing that has happened so far in 2018. If you want to know what this is about, Logan Paul. But it's not really about Logan Paul. This is mostly about mental health. This video is going to be honestly just about my own personal struggle with mental health, my own personal demons with mental health and with suicide. So I just wanted to come on here and talk about it. I think it's really important that when you have any platform, no matter how big or how small, it's really important to talk about things like mental health and things like suicide, especially since today's society likes to sugarcoat things and gloss over them as much as possible. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about by now, I'm sure you do. Logan Paul, who was Viner turned YouTuber, posted a vlog in which he went to the suicide forest in Japan and actually filmed a dead body. Someone had committed suicide and Logan Paul decided to put it in his vlog. Not only did he put it in his vlog, he made it the thumbnail. What? Why would you do that? By now, there's like 1,000,001 vlogs out about Logan Paul and what he did, but honestly, I mean, he issued an apology. I think it's bullshit. But that being said, I want to talk about mental health. I recently started this whole YouTube situation, like this sort of situation, like vlogging, talking about things, whatever it is you want to call it. I just started this. And I have always been a huge mental health advocate on my personal social media, on my Facebook page, on my Instagram, on my Twitter. On my personal social medias, I am an advocate for mental health because I myself personally deal with various mental health issues. If you want to know about them, really quickly, I have been diagnosed with MDD, which stands for Major Depressive Disorder, and GAD, which is Generalized Anxiety Disorder. I also do have certain characteristics and tendencies of Manic Depressive Disorder, but that's another thing altogether. I would just have these really dark thoughts and I wouldn't know why. And when I mean dark thoughts, I mean like I still to this day and at that time would walk around and think things like I would be better off dead. No one in my family cares about me. None of my friends like me. If I had died, like who would come to my funeral? All of that aside, mental health is a serious issue. 100%. The way that Logan Paul talked about it, approached the situation in his vlog. First of all, the fact that he made a joke in the beginning, oh my god, did we just find a dead body hanging? Like, you should have cut the camera there. You should have stopped talking about the situation. I can't get mad at him for laughing. People react to things differently. It's a thing. Some people laugh when they're uncomfortable. I think Logan Paul's actions towards the situation were disgusting. I'm so glad that that vlog got taken down. The person who went into that forest to commit suicide had a family. They were somebody's brother. They could have been someone's uncle. They were someone's cousin. They were someone's son. They were a person. And Logan Paul exploited that person, their privacy, for views. I can't even begin to comprehend why he or anyone in that vlog thought that that was acceptable. Regardless if they had stumbled upon the body, filming it was completely disrespectful. That person was so distraught and so emotionally damaged that they decided to take their own life. Mental health is a huge issue around the world, but it is becoming more and more prominent that it is a huge issue in Japan. The fact that they even have a forest where people go to commit suicide is a problem. I think we as a society, we as a community, we as just people, we should be talking about this more. And it's really sad how it takes a tragedy, how it takes a mistake, how it takes a death for us to talk about it. I believe that every day we should be talking about mental health. That's what I personally strive to do in my life. I think that it's really unfortunate that this vlog by Logan Paul, blew up as such a big thing. But I think what's more important is the fact that we need to reach out and we need to talk about it. What's more important is the fact that we need to be more open and honest about mental health. It is an uncomfortable topic. It's not something that people enjoy talking about, but we need to talk about it. If we could talk about mental health as often as we talk about sex, as often as we talk about school, as often as we talk about anything else, I think this would be less of an issue. I guess the most important thing I want to say to sum all of this up is that if you need help, if you are going through something dark, something where you're thinking about ending your life, please reach out to someone, to anyone. As cliche as it sounds, as much as you've heard it, it really does get better. I'm going to tell you a story about me personally. When I was 18, I moved away from home to a new city, and I started going to college. I was living in a dorm room. I had made friends really quickly. I had my best friends from home that I talked to, and I had my mom and my sister, but I still felt really alone. Being away from home was hard. I was working, I was going to school full time. There was often times where I would pay my rent, and out of the month, I wouldn't have any money for food. I had a meal plan, but I blew through that within the first 3-4 months, I think. I became severely depressed. I gained a lot of weight. I just started cutting people out. It was probably the second month of school, so November, that I stopped going to class, and I would just lay in my dorm room and I would just wait until my roommate would leave, and I would cry. I wouldn't be able to tell you what I was crying about, but I just hated everything. I hated myself. I hated the program I was in. I felt miserable. I would think about suicide every day. December came around and it was exam time. I wasn't doing super amazing in any of my courses, and I remember just getting in a big fight with my mom, and I told her, I tried to tell my mom how I was feeling, and at the time, my mom didn't really know a whole lot about mental health, didn't really know a whole lot about anything to do with mental health or dark thoughts, especially suicide. I tried my best to tell my mom how I was feeling. I had some cries for help. I posted statuses on Facebook that when I look back now, I'm like, oh my gosh, this was me asking for help. This was me reaching out without saying the words, help me. I had a plan. I had written letters, and I remember the day that it happened. I had lashed out at my mother, and I had told her that I wanted to kill myself, that I had a plan to kill myself, that I was going to do it over the Christmas break. I remember talking to my best friend Haley on the phone, and I just broke down, and I kept saying, Haley, I'm so sorry. I can't do this anymore. And I remember her getting scared, and she said, Bergs, what do you mean you can't do this anymore? And I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. I can't do this. It's too much. I had people there for me. I had people who reached out to me, who made sure that I was safe, who got me the help that I needed. And I'm still here today. The most important thing I want you to gather from this video is that I get where you're coming from. And I know people say that, oh, I understand what you're going through. I really do. I've been there. Every situation when someone contemplates suicide is different. The events leading up to that initial suicide attempt or those thoughts is different. But at the end of the day, the thought process is more or less the same. You feel hopeless, you feel worthless, and you feel like you've nothing left to live for. If you or anyone you know are feeling like this, please reach out. There are numerous hotlines that you can call. There are so many websites that you can use. There is someone who is willing to listen. If you can't go to your parents, go to your friends. If you can't go to your friends, go to a professor, a teacher. If you can't go to a teacher, go to the librarian. Go to anyone, because we love you. The people in your life love you, even if it seems like they don't. Even if you feel like they're not going to understand and they're not going to get it, they will. I think the most unfortunate thing is when people decide that their life is no longer worth living because of something that they're going through at the moment. Every life is precious and every life is valuable. I have tried to commit suicide twice to no avail, but that's not an unfortunate thing because I'm here, I'm alive, I'm breathing, I am in my dream college program, and I have people who love and support me. Whether it's breaking up with your friend or breaking up with a boyfriend or not getting along with your parents or anything, I know that these events significantly build into something bigger, but you will get through this. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. As cheesy as that sounds, you're gonna get through this. I am here for you. I will listen. And the biggest thing that I always tell any of my friends who are struggling with mental illness or anything, if they're struggling with any issue, I always tell them to call me, to text me any day, any time. Like if it's 4 o'clock in the morning and my phone is ringing, I will pick it up, I will answer, and I will listen to you, because I would rather be woken up and miserable on the phone because I'm woken up at 4 a.m. because this person who's on the other line may be contemplating life and death. I would rather sit there and listen to you and potentially save your life than to ignore that phone call because I want to sleep and wake up and find out that that person is gone. So please, 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 from the bottom of my heart, reach out if you're struggling with any form of suicidal thoughts, any form of dark thoughts, anything. If you are facing any sort of issue, go to the people that you love and that you care about and reach out to them and talk to them, because they will listen and they will get you the help that you need. I will be linking various resources in the description below so that hopefully it can help anyone who is struggling. And I love you guys. I really do. I love every single person who is watching this video, and I am here for every single person who is watching this video. Please, 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 if you are struggling and you want somebody to talk to, reach out. Be safe, guys. And just, I don't even know how to end this video. Just be safe. Take care of yourself. Remember to love yourself, and reach out if you notice that someone is being different than usual.